Hello, what's up guys, I'm Nikki and you are watching Technical Nikki YouTube channel. So in this video we will write a C program to sort the array in ascending orders. Okay, so let's start it without wasting any time. So let's first close all of the files and create a new file. Open a new our arrays file. Okay, wait, where is array? Okay, let me create a new one, array.c. okay, and in this video we will write the program, and this program will implement a one-dimensional array of some fixed size and filled with some random numbers. Then we'll sort all the filled elements of the array. Okay, and so create an array of fixed size or the maximum capacity. It should be 10 or what you want to set as include stdio.h and the int main function. After that we will insert the elements. The first element will be n. Okay, so take n variable, take a variable which stores the numbers of elements of the array and the less than maximum capacity of array. It means our capacity of the all the digits will store in the variable n. Okay, so variable n and the I, j, and the temp and digits should be set it to 10. Okay, you can set like 200, 50, 20, what you want to set, how many numbers you want to print. Then you can set here, I wanna print 10 numbers in the ascending order, so I set it to 10. Okay, you can set the range of the array between the 0 to 10. So iterate by for loop to take the array elements as input and print them. Okay, after that printf and these /n, enter the total number of digits. Okay, so you will do that and end line. After that scanf %d. Okay guys, after that we will store our total numbers in the variable n. Okay guys, after that we will start our loop, and in the loop we will make I equal to 0 and the I should be less than n. Okay, variable n, that is the total number of our digits. After that printf max is on the output screen /n and the enter the digit number. After that %d and the I plus 1. We will implement in our digits for the next digit that is set to the in the ascending order. Okay, so after that scanf and the %d and use the digit that is stored in the digits. Okay, so now first let me do that. So in the nested loop the each element will be compared to all the elements that is below in it. Okay, it means we have that is the for loop, and from here our nested loop has been started. It means in the loop loop in loop. Okay, we will write loop in loop. So after that we will use again for loop, and the make it I equal to 0 and I should be less than or n minus k 1, n minus 1. Okay, and the I plus plus. After that do the same thing for that. Okay, start a new loop for n equal to n minus 1. Okay, it means it will first n minus 1. In case the elements is greater than the element present below it, then they are interchanged, okay, by the subtraction or by the implementation. So after that we will compute all the elements in the nested loop. So after that put the condition if in the condition we will put if the digits and the digits of variable j is greater than the digits of j plus 1. Okay, then this method will be followed. Temp equal to the digits and the of variable j. Okay, and the elements, it means in the variable temp we will assign the digits of the variable j, and if digits j equal to digits j plus 1. Okay, j plus 1. Okay guys, after that digits j plus 1 equal to temp. Okay, and after that that is the our nested loop. After that we will print a message printf, and the make it into the new line slash n, and the sorted list in ascending order is. Okay, after that we will start a loop again for an I and the less than n and the I plus plus. In this we will print a message printf slash n %d, and we will print the digits. Okay, digits of I. Okay, variable I, then the return 0. Okay, let me check my nested loop that is correct or not. So here, oh sorry, it is not. Here we will have to loop for variable j. Sorry for that guys, and the j plus plus. Now that's great. Okay, so after that now I'm going to execute this program, and let me see what is happening in this program. Now it will ask the enter the total number of digits. Okay, your length of digits should be less than 10. Okay, you can approximately you can enter the digits less than or equal to 10. If I enter 10, then it asks to me for the numbers 10 times. So you can enter the random numbers, as I enter 178, and the sorry, only 78, and the second number is 34, and the three number is 23, and the 70. Okay, 87, and the 90, and the 45, and the 34, and the 12, and the 1, and the 90. Now you can see the program has the array sorted the array in the ascending order is 1, 12, 20, 23, 34, 45, 78, and the 87, 90, and the 90 again. Okay, so wait for it, enter the number. Okay, now that's great. Okay, 12, sorry guys. If you enter the values greater than the digits length, I enter 12 for the greater than 10. Now what will have happened in this program? Let's see. 12, 34, 10, 9, 56, 45, 30, 3, 30, 98, 78, 89, 44, 32, 33, 45, like that. It will ask to you for the values, and now you can see from 13 or 14, after 14 it goes to directly 47. Okay, it will ask you to values, and at the once it will stuck, the program will be stuck. Okay, let's see. Now you can see there is no limited length of the digits here. It is not working. Your program has been stuck. Now you have to restart your Visual Studio Code. Okay, so now if you close the terminal and run it again, then it will stuck at the same condition. So let's close your Visual Studio Code and run it again from its direction. Okay, great. Let it be open. And now we can easily execute the program activating extension. Okay, great. In this at this time I will enter 2, 45, and the 34, 45. Okay, let me tell you guys what is happening in this program. So in this program we have declared an array of some fixed capacity, that is, let's say 10. Okay, and the from user take a number n, that is the n, as input, which will indicate the number of elements in the array, that we can say like that. Okay, wait, n is less than or equal to maximum capacity. Okay, so 10 is the maximum capacity of our digits or our array. Okay, so in the iterating through for loop from 0 to n, here from 0 to n. Okay, so 0 to n, and take integers as input from user and print them. So these inputs are the elements of the array or digits of the array. Okay, so now create a nested loop, nested for loop with I and j iterators. Okay, as we have created it with the I and with the j. Okay, so after that start the sorting in ascending order by extracting each element in position I of outer loop. Okay, so here this condition is follow on this method. Okay, depend on this method, and this element is using compared to every element from position I plus 1 to size. Okay, size minus 1, as here it means size means number, total number of or size of your digits, and minus 1 means all elements present below this this extracted element. Okay, and this so in case any of the extracted element is greater than the elements below it, then these two interchange their position as the loop continues. Okay, after this nested loop gets executed, we get all the elements of array stored in ascending order, ascending order, like that. We have already seen that, so let me show you again once more. Okay, it will ask for the digits. Now I will enter 5. So now I have to enter the 5 digits. So first is 98, second is 65, and the 101, and the 150, and the last is 1. Okay, so now you can see all your digits that you have entered. So that is the here presented in the ascending order, that is 165, 98, 101, and 50. In the ascending order forms means like that, from small to greater. It means 1 is less than 65, or you can say 65 is greater than 1, and the 90 is greater than 65, and the 101 or 101 is greater than 98, and the 150 is greater than 101. That is the form of ascending order. Okay, so hope you understand this program and this is very helpful for you. So if you have any problems related to programming, and if you want to make video on that, please comment me down. I will make video on that. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you again in the next video. Till bye.